But yeah, how Dutch are you? Are you first generation, second? Wait,
No, like third generation, so
Okay, so they've been there
no
for a
real
while.
ties there other than the surname.
Okay, and the Greek the same.
Greek a little bit more. So my mom was actually born in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, her first name is Cleopatra. Real story.
No way.
Yeah, it's got shortened over time, but born in Egypt, Cleopatra, but Greek parents.
Okay.
Grew up in Greece till about in Egypt, and then moved back to Greece, and then came to South Africa because her sister was here at the time, and met my dad on holiday and never went back. And they've been married 54 years.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
quite
amazing,
a good story. They
That's
set a high
incredible.
bar for
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
every time. It's
And
good role models.
Have you been to Egypt and Greece?
I have actually. I went with my mom and dad when I was very young. But yeah, Greece we went quite a bit growing up. Like summers we would spend there and go to the islands. So my mom's family is from a very like small island, Mytilene. So we would go there growing up, and then older. I've seen quite a few of the islands and the mainland. We've still got family, like cousins and uncles who stay on the mainland. So I go there every now and then. But yeah.
That's epic. Because there was an event, there was a moderator training.
Yeah, the RLA.
Last and RLA,
Yeah.
the moderator training.
No, that was before my time. I only joined EO in June last year, but I mean, anyway, it was too early for me to dive into.
It wasn't June last year because I was communicating. It was a little bit earlier, wasn't it? Because South by Southwest, we were chatting.
Oh, that's
that
right.
was in March.
So I had a bit of a not false start, but I joined in
the year
in March.
starts in June, July. So that's
that's
when
right.
you
That's right. That's right. But I joined, and then I got placed in Forum, and then I had already committed to work travel for the next 3 months. So I actually couldn't join my Forum meetings for the first 2 months. So they made an exception. So yeah, I got a bit of a late start, but it was good.
Okay, and you were going So because we had the year before was Unleashed, and it was in Egypt, so I got to go to Egypt.
Okay, cool. You do the museums and the pyramids and all the stuff.
EO style. So it was like I missed the one of the things I missed that I regret. It was a sound healing in the pyramids.
Oh wow.
So it was like a ceremony within the pyramids, and that was fantastic. I think it was it probably was a budget related thing or in early, but we went with Saskia. I don't know if you're familiar with Saskia.
Yes, yeah.
And she organized this amazing tour guide that picked us up. And my Egypt was like my introduction. I had all the traditional documentaries and reading and stuff like that. And then I had Graham Hancock. Have you heard of Graham Hancock? Yeah. And I was like, Graham Hancock looks way more interesting. So I actually went with Graham Hancock.
Okay.
And then I came there with this my tinfoil hat. No, it wasn't that bad. But I said to the guy as I got in the car, I was like, cool. I want to hear about the traditional because I did the Graham. He's like, oh, no, Graham. I've just been in Peru with Graham. So it wasn't letting up for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was an amazing
Good experience.
And then we did dinner. The last night was dinner at the pyramids. And I've got photos of it lit up. But what made you come to Ignite Durban?
So I'm still quite new in my EO journey. Like I said, it's just over a year. So the first international event I did was the Dubai moderator training about a month ago. So I'm taking over moderator from July. And my forum just said that it's an incredible event, like good opportunity to meet some amazing people and just network and get a real sense of like the EO sort of world and just dive in deep. And I thought let me go for it, and it hasn't let down. I mean, it's quite a lot to take in over 2 days. You do feel like you're drinking from the fire hose a bit, but my process is I just kind of like write everything down in my notebook and understand that I'm not going to be able to like process it all at the time. And then when I get home, that's where a lot of the value is. Then you quietly like go through your notes and think about it and understand where it's applicable. And so I think the value is not only being here, but it's also like the thoughts and ideas that it sparks like post conference as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Like I actually we had Rich Mulholland on our podcast.
Oh, Rich is great.
I went to go look at my notes from 2019. He spoke at Ignite.
Okay.
And I was still like, I was like, oh wow, that's
still
so
referring
interesting.
back.
Yeah. Still referencing it. So
it's a
cool.
good movie, right? It's like lingers, and you think about it days afterwards, and you maybe watch it again, and
yeah. So any big takeaways that you've got though right now before the processing?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have said this, but that Josie presentation, I think, was just like it was quite humbling just to hear the story and the stuff that we actually complain about day to day, and it just puts everything into perspective. It's like we've actually got it pretty easy. So I think that was really powerful for me to just remind myself of the struggles that I think we've got, and how lucky we actually are to be in a position to have opportunities like this and network and travel. And so that was quite humbling. I think the networking side for me was really incredible. Just getting to meet people who have done cool stuff, and hearing about businesses in niches that you wouldn't dream of. It's incredible to hear the stories and how powerful it is when somebody has that ambition and that drive and that curiosity for one particular area, how much they can actually make of it. And that's quite inspiring. So I think I certainly feel like I'm leaving very energized and charged and full of ideas and stuff, which I think is the point. I mean, it's the networking, but it's the energy that you leave with, and that drive. Yeah.
Perfect. That's interesting. And that's great. Your business is quite niche, as I understand it too. You want to take us through what your business is?
So 7 years ago, I started an agency called Atypical, which is a marketing agency. And our niche or differentiator is that we work exclusively in the commercial real estate space in the US. So we service large, private and publicly owned owners and brokerages, and then technology companies that service the commercial real estate industry. So it's our kind of 100% focus, and that really gives us the ability to add a lot more credibility and weight to the value that we sort of bringing to the conversation. So we're not just implementing. I mean, there's a lot of agencies that can execute what we do. We're certainly not unique in that way. But I think our deep understanding of that industry really sets us apart and allows us to add a lot of value to the full funnel. We don't just focus on the marketing stuff. We really go quite deep into helping them understand why are your conversion rates dropping off, what is your business objective, and how can we use marketing tactics to help you achieve that. So it's really not about vanity metrics or putting pretty graphs together. It's immersing ourselves in their business and really becoming an extension of their team that uses marketing tactics and tools and our experience in the industry to help them achieve what they're trying to do. So 7 years in, the team has grown from me to 25 people.
Amazing.
I started with my now COO 7 years ago, and we've grown the team nicely. I mean, it's weird because you get to a point in the business and you think you've got it all figured out, and then you kind of break into that next ceiling, and you're like, there's actually still a lot to learn here. I think it's like raising kids. My son is 15. And I think I had parenting all figured out, and then you became a teenager, and all the rules are out, and you kind of start from scratch, and you got to build up a new set of skills and learn new things, and how to deal with the challenges that running a business of 25 people and multiple global, So it's but fun.
Interesting. I was just listening to Chris Williams, the Modern Wisdom podcast, and Daniel Priestley in.
Yes.
And he actually has numbers that he says when you get to 13, that's when it goes a bit haywire. And then he had another number, I think it was around 30, but it's interesting.
Yeah. And it's weird how accurate those actually are, because I've heard multiple people tell me, and I thought okay, it'll be there or thereabouts, but literally the day you get 13 people, stuff changes.
That's it's fascinating, because I was trying to work out those numbers. Obviously there's Dunbar, there's 150, 149, that rule of tribes and stuff like that. So I was in creative agency, that's it's definitely not 150. We're crazy, a lot crazier, and maybe that makes it a lot less. But he had that just for startups in general. Once you get that 13th person, it changes. and then I think there was somewhere in the 30s. But it's amazing that you've got to 25. Have you done any EO events in the US yet, or are you looking at them?
I haven't. I've connected with a couple of people through the WhatsApp real estate group and had a few chats and sat on a few. They have a monthly webinar, but I haven't actually done anything physical on that side. So I need to get better. I made some good connections here that can potentially help me sort of understand maybe joining a different chapter on that side, or which events would be most useful. And, yeah. So just coming back to your question about the team size and stuff, we in setting our 3-year and 7-year goals, we were very intentional about the kind of business we wanted to be in 7 years' time, and we actually put a people cap on that.
Okay.
So we said in 7 years' time we have our revenue targets, but we're going to do that with less than 55 people. And one, that was because we don't actually want to become an agency that has 150 people and the challenges that come with that.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason was to force us to innovate and sort of change our service offering to be more strategic and less brute force. So at the moment we sell time, which is, it's quite a difficult business because the bigger you get, the smaller your margins actually get, because you've got to hire more non-billable people to manage the bigger team. So, we're trying to be more strategic about how do we actually grow our revenue without just brute forcing it. And that constant reminder of you're never going to get bigger than 55 people is it's a constant reminder of okay, you can't just hire this person because you've got a hole you need to fill. How can you potentially do this a bit smarter? Are there technologies or AI, or there ways that we could do this more effectively to help our team size be more lean and bring on more A players and more strategic players, and then using technology to kind of fill the gaps. So we'll see. I mean, it's theory at the moment, but hopefully it works out.
I think I'd love to have a longer chat. I know you have a podcast, or you had one and it's paused or something like that now. A lot of video content you guys are doing was awesome. I know we over time. I think it's. But are you going to, could you do a shout out to anyone thinking about Cape Town Ignite and why they should come?
I think the best way to kind of experience EO is just to jump in the deep end, and it's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to feel awkward, and you might be standing at the bar for a few minutes on your own waiting to spot somebody that but that's part of the journey. You just got to jump in the deep end, and there's a lot of people who will help you and guide you. And so if you're thinking about it, do it, and it's worth the effort.
Perfect. So we'll see you at Cape Town Ignite.
Definitely. It's in my hometown, so I'll definitely be there.
Awesome.
Cool.
Shot for coming out.
Thanks, Jonathan. Pleasure,
cool.
man. Thanks for having me.